It's the same vein
Oh,
it is.
that, okay.
It's like, they're like, if you were not an actor, what would you be? So I've changed it to, if you were not a badminton player, what would you be? Because that means you can't say badminton player.
But badminton would not have been my answer.
Oh, we have something new coming.
Yeah.
So let's just, guys, just rewind, just delete. Let's do a little Christopher Nolan here. Just delete that. So Deepika, the question is, if you were not an actor, what would you be?
I would have probably been an interior designer. Yeah, that's something I've always been very, very passionate
There's somebody
about.
who's just bought a new apartment who's very excited. He's like, you get blue curtain.
I'm happy to render free services. That's how passionate I am about interior design. I've always been, even as a kid. And at one point, I did have this plan to go to like some like design school abroad,
Wow.
and yeah.
Can I just collectively say we are very happy you didn't make that decision? We are very happy that
But I channelize my energies now differently. Like I do up the home and I keep changing things around and I have fun with it.
Please do all those things, but don't stop doing films ever, right? So that's all. We are all very selfish people. We only care about that. Okay, I was not going to ask you your favorite film, but now I feel like we should ask her, no? Favorite character? Can you ask favorite character? Because film becomes like, oh no, you said something about the director and about the other. So favorite
Boils
character.
down to the same thing. It's like, oh, she chose this character over that character.
Okay, so I'll make it a very harmless, innocuous question. The favorite character you enjoyed playing?
I'd have to say it's very difficult though. I mean, it's like saying choose this child over that child. But if I really had to choose, and you guys are putting me in the spot, but I'd say Piku.
Yeah.
It was very special. There was something very, very special about the energy on that movie. And I feel like my sister and I are at that age now where we feel like we're Piku.
Yeah.
So just, I don't know, something about Piku is very, very special. And that's one of the movies that sort of keep coming up in conversation when I talk to people. They're like, we really like that movie, or like someone's been through that experience or going through that experience, or you know, lost a parent. And so there's a lot of that, I feel like. Maybe it's just the stage of life that I'm at now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be my most favorite.
But just on that film, 1 second, how daunting was it? Because these are two experienced, like, powerhouses, right? And first I must say, you held your own against them. You were absolutely fantastic in that film. Whoever agrees, please give a round of applause, because you were fantastic. Like,
Koi shak?
koi nahi. Koi bhi nahi. How was it though? Did it get easier through the days, or?
No, I mean, like you said, I was just aware of the fact that I was going to be opposite these two incredible people. But I think what makes for great collaboration is when you're not competing with the, you know,
Yeah.
with your co-stars. You're really genuinely invested in telling a good story. And I think that's what we were there to do. I don't think Irfan was trying to be one up on Mr. Bachchan, or he was trying to be one up on anyone. You know, it's
Yeah.
just, it was a beautiful collaborative process, and I think we were all just invested in giving our best to the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was aware before I got into this that I was going to be with two of these most incredible actors. But that's that. I mean, when the camera's rolling, I'm not thinking of Mr. Bachchan. I'm thinking of the character that I'm opposite.
Yeah. I have to say that there were 3 master musicians at play, and it was a beautiful symphony that came out. So that was fantastic. Let's talk about jewelry, because that's core competence for a lot of people in this room. So do you remember, okay, it's a 2-part question. First is, when you were a child, do you remember the piece of jewelry that you really wanted, and you said, oh, when I make money or when I grow up, this is the first piece of jewelry I'll get?
For me, it's always been more sentimental and emotional than sort of looking at a hoarding or, you know, putting my finger on something and saying, this is what I want. So there were definitely pieces of jewelry, and my sister and I were discussing it this morning. There were definitely pieces of jewelry in our mother's locker that I had my eyes on. And I still have my eyes on
Does
them.
your sister know about this? Does your sister,
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is I think our taste in that sense is slightly different. So that's the good thing. So I know that like eventually when the jewelry gets split between the two of us, I don't think we'll be scrambling and fighting. But yeah, there were definitely like pieces that as a young girl, you see your mother getting ready, going out, and she takes out her jewelry, she's deciding what to wear. And as a young girl, you're like, oh, that's beautiful. I hope I hope I get that. Or I hope I get to wear that. Forget, I mean, owning it, but I hope I get to wear that someday. So definitely pieces like that. And I think being a South Indian, definitely a lot of traditional South Indian craft in the jewelry, which is temple jewelry, which I absolutely love. That's very, very different from, say, jewelry from any other part of the world. And that's something I really enjoy wearing as well.
And do you remember the first piece of jewelry you bought when you started earning money?
Yes, I bought myself a pair of solitaires. Small.
Nice. Ah, look at that. That's the diamond table.
Very small, large for me at that point. But yes, I remember buying myself a pair of solitaires.
Fantastic. Okay, before we wind up, I think people here want to know one thing about you that nobody knows. Give us something. Give us like one thing, something. Like you drink rasam straight from the katori or something. Just like we need something.
I drink rasam like this.
Oh, Lord.
See, that I love South Indian food and rasam rice, I'm sure everybody knows that. I revealed the fact that if I was not an actor or a badminton player, I'd love to be an interior designer. That I'm OCD, does anyone know that? Okay.
Somebody said, yeah, I am.
Yes, we know.
Somebody said, I am. Oh, you know that. Are you as well? Are you? No, you're not. Are you sure? Put her bag on the table. Let's see. Take it away from. Oh, she did. Well done.
That I'm very punctual. Does anyone know that? I'm punctual. Okay,
No, they don't
time
know.
management. Time management.
Time management.
Okay, I'm great with multitasking. I'm very good with time management. And my gut instinct is something I protect.
These are all nice, cool things she's saying.
Okay,
yeah.
fine. I'm a great... Okay, wait.
We were hoping for like something
wait,
which makes
wait.
you more human like us.
Do I win a hamper or no for this answer of mine?
There's no...
Okay, this bottle
I'll
of
give you a
water.
bottle of water, yeah.
I'm a great baker. I bake really well.
Okay, now how do I argue with perfection, right? Unfortunately, we can't find any imperfection in this perfection.
Tell me...
Like, are you clumsy? Like, do you drop food when you eat?
Oh yeah, all the time. I was known for this.
Yeah?
Like when I was small, and now she's going to start laughing. We never remembered restaurants based on, or my family never remembered restaurants based on the name of the restaurant. It was the restaurant where Deepika dropped milkshake, the restaurant where Deepika dropped a fork, the restaurant where she spilled sweet corn soup on herself. So that's how we remembered restaurant names.
Nice. And I think that's how those restaurants are now advertising in Bangalore as well. This is where Deepika spilled soup, so please come and have some. Ladies and gentlemen, Deepika Padukone, a big round of applause, please. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Can we please have a big round of applause? Come on, you can be a little more generous in the applause, everybody. Didn't even make it till here. All right, I'd like to request Mr. Colin Shah,